exercises 3 times per week, and do the fat-burning work 3 to 4 times per week. Stay consistent for 8 to 12 weeks, and if you want to lose love handles, you need to do 2 things. First, burn overall body fat because you can't spot reduce. Second, strengthen your obliques, the muscles on the sides of your waist. Now, research shows some exercises are far better at burning calories, and others activate the obliques much harder, up to 300% more than regular crunches. I went through the studies and selected 5 exercises that do both jobs best. The first exercise activates your obliques at 107%, but let me explain what that number actually means. Scientists use a measurement called EMG, electromyography. It tracks the electrical signals your muscles send when they contract. The harder a muscle works, the stronger the signal. To create a baseline, they first ask someone to flex their abs as hard as they physically can. That maximum effort is called 100% activation. And when researchers tested the side plank, they found the internal oblique, the deep muscle on the side of your waist, was firing at 107%. That means the muscle is being recruited even more efficiently than in a standard maximum test. The study was published in the Journal of Sport Rehabilitation, and the researchers concluded that the side plank is one of the most effective exercises for strengthening the lateral core, the sides of your torso where love handles form. So here's how it works. You lie on your side and hold your body up using just your forearm and the side of your foot. Your body stays in a straight line. Head, shoulders, hips, and feet all aligned. The key is keeping your hips lifted off the ground. When you hold that position, your obliques have to fire constantly to stop your body from collapsing. That's why the activation is so high. Start with 30 seconds per side. If you can do more, go up to 60 seconds. If it's too hard, drop to your knees instead of your feet. This exercise won't burn a massive amount of calories. That's not its job. Its job is to build serious strength and muscular endurance in your obliques. Now, the second exercise ranked number 1 out of 13 AB exercises tested in a controlled EMG study, and the gap between first place and everything else wasn't even close. The American Council on Exercise wanted to find out which AB exercises actually activate the muscles the most. So, they brought participants into a lab, attached EMG sensors to their muscles, and had them perform 13 of the most common AB exercises. They measured oblique activation for every single movement. The bicycle crunch won, and it wasn't a small victory. Here's the data. The bicycle crunch produced roughly 290% more oblique muscle activity compared to a standard crunch used as the baseline. That's nearly 3 times the oblique activation. And the researchers noted that exercises involving trunk rotation, twisting your torso, combined with abdominal stabilization generated the highest oblique activity. The bicycle crunch does both at the same time. So lie flat on your back. Place your hands lightly behind your head. Don't pull on your neck. Lift your shoulder blades off the ground and bring your knees up. Now here's the movement. Straighten your right leg out while pulling your left knee toward your chest. At the same time, rotate your upper body and bring your right elbow toward your left knee. Then switch sides. Straighten your left leg. Pull your right knee in. Twist and bring your left elbow toward your right knee. Keep alternating like you're pedaling a bicycle. The key is the rotation. Don't just move your elbows. Twist your entire torso with each rep. That rotational movement is what creates the massive oblique activation the study measured. Do 15 to 20 controlled reps per side. And remember this, quality over speed. Now the third exercise. This one works differently than the first 2. Side planks and bicycle crunches use your body weight. This one adds external resistance. Either a cable machine or a resistance band which changes how your obliques are loaded. Your obliques have 2 main jobs. They rotate your torso twisting left and right, and they resist rotation, stopping your torso from twisting when force tries to pull you. The wood chopper trains both functions at the same time. When you pull the cable or band across your body, your obliques contract to create the rotational force. And when you control the weight back to the starting position, Your obliques work to resist and slow down the rotation. That means tension on your obliques throughout the entire movement, both directions. So, how do you do it? You can use a cable machine or a resistance band anchored to something sturdy. I'll explain the high to low version first, then the low to high variation. First, high to low wood chopper. Attach the cable or band above your head. Stand with your side to the anchor point. Grab the handle with both hands, arms extended. Your feet should be about shoulder width apart. Now, rotate your torso and pull the cable down and across your body in a diagonal chopping motion like you re-swinging an axe to chop wood. The movement should go from up near your shoulder down toward the opposite hip. Keep your arms relatively straight. The power comes from rotating your core, not bending your elbows. Your hips can rotate slightly, but most of the movement should come from your torso. Control the weight back to the starting position and don't let it snap back. That controlled return is where your obliques resist the rotation. Now, let me show you low to high wood chopper. Same setup, but anchor the cable or band low near the floor. You pull from low to high across your body like you re-lifting something from the ground and throwing it over your opposite shoulder. Both of these versions work, and you can do both, or pick whichever feels better. Do 12 to 15 reps per side. Use a weight or band tension that challenges you but lets you control the movement. If you're jerking or using momentum, it's too heavy. Now, those 3 exercises build your obliques. But remember what I said at the beginning. You could have the strongest, most developed obliques in the world. But if there's a layer of fat sitting on top, your waist will still look soft and undefined. That's just biology. The 4th exercise isn't about building the obliques. It's about burning the fat that's covering them. And the science on fat loss is extremely clear about what works best. Here's what the research shows about fat loss and exercise intensity. Multiple studies have found that higher intensity exercises reduce abdominal fat significantly more than moderate intensity exercises, even when total calories burned are similar. So, if your goal is to burn fat off your love handles, intensity matters. That's where incline walking or sprints come in. Let's start with incline walking. This is walking on a treadmill or hill at a steep angle anywhere from 10 to 15. The incline forces your body to work much harder than flat walking. Your heart rate goes up, you burn more calories, and it puts significantly more demand on your lower body and core. The advantage of incline walking is sustainability. You can do it for 20 to 30 minutes at a time without completely gassing yourself. It's high enough intensity to burn serious calories, but manageable enough to do consistently multiple times per week. Set the treadmill to a 12 to 15% incline and walk at a pace where you're re-breathing hard, but can still maintain it. If you can easily have a conversation, increase the incline or speed. You should feel challenged, then sprints. If you want even higher intensity, sprints are the answer. Sprint for 20 to 30 seconds at near maximum effort. Then rest or walk for 60 to 90 seconds. Repeat for 10 to 15 rounds. But wait, there's one more exercise. This one doesn't look like a love handle exercise at all. In fact, most people would never connect it to waist fat. But the research tells a completely different story. A long-term study from Harvard University followed over 10,500 men for more than a decade. They tracked their exercise habits and measured waist size over time. Here's what they found. Men who spent about 20 minutes per day doing this type of training had more favorable changes in waist size over time than men who spent that time doing aerobic exercise alone. And just one hint, it doesn't have anything with higher intensity training, aka HIIT. So what is it then? Strength training, especially big compound lifts like squats and deadlifts. Now you might be thinking, how do exercises like that help with love handles? 2 reasons. First, they build lean muscle mass. When you build muscle, your body burns more calories at rest. Your resting metabolism increases, and more muscle makes fat loss easier everywhere, including your waist. Second, they engage your core intensely. When you squat or deadlift heavy weight, Your abs and obliques have to contract hard to stabilize your spine and keep your torso from collapsing under the load. You're not isolating the obliques like a side plank, but they're working extremely hard as stabilizers throughout the entire movement, so you're accomplishing three things at once: burning calories during the lift, building muscle that increases your metabolism long-term, and strengthening your entire core, including the obliques. Now, here's how to do them. Squats. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart, barbell resting across your upper back on your traps. Lower yourself by bending your knees and pushing your hips back like you're sitting into a chair. Go as deep as your mobility allows, ideally until your thighs are at least parallel to the ground. Then drive back up through your heels to standing. The key is keeping your core braced tight the entire time. Take a deep breath. Brace your abs like someone is about to punch you in the stomach and hold that tension throughout the rep. Don't let your lower back round forward. That core tension protects your spine and is what engages your obliques so intensely. And in deadlifts, stand with feet hip-width apart, barbell on the floor, in front of you touching your shins. Hinge at your hips and bend down to grab the bar with both hands just outside your legs. Keep your back completely flat, chest up, shoulders back. Take a breath and brace your core hard.